So, I'm sure you've seen Dr. Phil, right?
No, who's that?
The bald guy who looks like Steve Harvey, but white.
Is it the one bald guy or the other bald guy who looks
The
like
other
Steve
one.
Harvey?
The other one.
Ah, yeah.
The one who has a show, who brings people. The one who kicked out a person who was on his show because he shaved his head just to look like Dr. Phil. You know who I'm talking about, right? You've seen the video.
You know, like,
You've seen the video.
no, you know why I'm laughing? Because I was trying to be sarcastic, but then you reminded me of that guy, and I couldn't hold it up even more. Remember that guy? That guy is an icon, an inspiration.
I mean, although he made homeless people fight,
yeah,
which is kind of a shady subject.
True,
but he paid them. And they agreed to it.
Plus, look, like the reason he did that is to satire, like the filter basically state that we're not that different.
Yeah.
You just do it differently than I do.
And the problem what I have with shows like Dr. Phil, Maury, Jeremy Kyle, what's his name? The Scottish guy?
No idea.
You know what kind of shows I'm talking about. Like, I really don't understand people who watch them unironically. Ironically, they are top tier comedy, even though they're not trying to be comedy.
Like it's bread and games, but it's just so good.
And to me, it's always fascinating how the people who host those shows are the most self-righteous. They have the most prestige morals. And then when people expose them for who they really are, they get pissed. They literally turn into a Karen.
Yep.
I don't know how those shows last for years. All they do is put out problems of people who those problems should be personal problems, not for the fucking nation to see, or nowadays through the internet, the whole world to see. And they just monetize off of that.
Yeah.
And they don't see a problem with that as long as they're doing it. But the moment someone else does that, all hell is breaking loose. And what I'm saying, what made me want to talk about this is the bald guy. I mean, the guy who shaved his head. I recently rewatched the video, and I was like, okay. First of all, the people in the comments were defending Dr. Phil. Second of all, the other episodes of Dr. Phil that I have watched after that, and I'm not proud to admit that I did watch them, but I did it. In every single video, Dr. Phil is just taking one side and doesn't even let the other side explain why they did it, what made them do it, he's just talking over them 24/7. And the public is like, I mean the audience, not the public, sorry. But to me, that is the definition of sheeps. They are told when to applaud, and they're applauding, even if they're applauding for something that shouldn't be applauded, for something so wrong. What was that girl? Catch Me Outside, how about that?
Okay.
You know what I'm
Bad
talking
Baby.
about. Bad Baby, yeah. She became famous through Dr. Phil.
Yeah.
And what she did and what she said, I do not approve of that, but Dr. Phil didn't even hear her out. She was a spoiled brat, 100% she was in the wrong, but as a host of such a show, he has a degree in psychology or something, right?
I think, yeah.
It's your job to listen why people do that. You shouldn't be taking sides when you're trying to be the mediator.
It's his vocation to listen. It's his job to entertain. See, that's the difference. Priorities are a difference here.
Yes,
priorities.
But there's Judge Judy, what's her name, right?
Yeah. Okay. The family court.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's taking public, private issues, puts them to the public, but she does a great job at listening to the other side.
Yeah. I mean,
she's a better psychologist because she's actually giving advice to the people.
Because look, as far as I'm aware, this might be me talking out of my ass, but the reason the Judge Judy does what she does is because there are no fees in her court. All of the cases are free for both parties because the ad revenue that they get from the episodes makes a lot more money, so they break even. still,
But still,
I
like,
get you.
as someone who claims that you're a psychologist, or at least like you're in that field, like Dr. Phil, he's a doctor after all, right? What kind of a doctor is he?
Yeah.
But
Dr. Pepper?
that's my favorite doctor.
They got the beef from the same place.
Like, it's still your job to not judge before you, even after you hear out the other side. It's not your job to judge. If you want to judge people like that, become a judge.
Yeah.
Because that's what a judge does. They judge. But I really don't understand shows like that, and I really want to hear what you guys think about shows like that.
Oh, going straight to them, huh? Not even asking me. Okay, okay, finish the episode then. Fine.
Because what I'm gonna say next is even worse than Dr. Phil.
What is?
Maury show.
It's a show. It's one of the shows. It's one of the
Out
shows.
of all of the shows,
Yeah,
it's one of them.
shows.
But like shows like Dr. Phil, Maury show, even Maury, like, you're not the father, okay? You're not the father, but
Does the backflip.
right? Like you can't be serious when you make those shows. And then all the fights, like, oh, I'm a transgender, but they don't know, and they start fighting. Dude, it's your job as a TV show host not to let them fight, right? Correct me if I'm wrong.
But the Bucks,
Money, yeah, of course.
Bucks.
But yeah,
Like,
of course, what do you think?
Like, look, I think this is a basic formula that's been present with, I know, in the entertainment industry, let's call it like that, in humanity since like times immemorial. I like to call this the circus principle.
Yeah.
Because what did the circus do in the past? Like, it still does it, but in the past when it was more popular, it's like, look at all these strange, shocking things that you can see. They're unconventional, they're unusual, for a fee. And that's what those shows do. Like, look at all these strange, unconventional things that you can see. But for a fee, you gotta spend your time. This is something that social media is doing nowadays also. Like, everything is done for entertainment. Because the strange, unconventional things always monetize. But here's the thing. Here's the thing where it's become pernicious. Were you watching Chris Chan?
No, I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry, excuse me.
For context, we watched. He's ashamed to be here. For context, we watched the Chris Chan documentary. Don't do it for your own good.
Don't.
He got hit with the worst hiccups I have ever seen someone get hit with. It was hilarious. Anyways, going back, what I was saying. What did the circus used to do? Like, the circus just showed you something you've never seen before, like exotic animals or performers like, belly dancers, sword
bearded
swallowers,
lady.
bearded lady.
The fattest person on earth who's a normal guy now.
Yeah, exactly. Things that were strange. Nowadays, because the advent of the internet, nothing is strange to us anymore. You can search everything up. Nothing is unique anymore. So what is the sole thing, the single thing that will always be fresh, always be unique, always be entertaining? Family drama. And generally human drama. Because I don't know if you remember the opening line from Anna Karenina. Every happy family looks the same.
Yeah.
Every unhappy family is unhappy in their own unique ways.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing with human drama. Even if some things, are constant, like, I don't know, divorce or extramarital children or violence, assault, whatnot, the composition, how they're arranged is different. So that's what will always be unique. That's why even though like Dr. Phil and Murray and all those have had a show like over 2 decades at least.
At least.
It's constantly been entertaining. It's constantly been viewed. Why? Because human drama never goes out of style. Like, you can just start some random drama and it'll stick. Especially nowadays. Yes, you can?
No, you can't.
Yes, you can? Stop gaslighting me.
Your time's up.
Yeah.
No, it's already gone.
No, that's it. Like, it's really it's a piss poor circumstance where our societies collectively we've just accepted that we enjoy drama. And
Yeah.
in the past, people used to be ashamed of that. People used to say that, okay, it isn't nice to, speak about the most base topics, like, interpersonal relationships, whatnot, but we just don't care anymore. Like, it's funny, nice, let's go, another episode, one more episode. And even I got caught in that.
Same.
Like, I hate petty shit, and even we get trapped in the.
I mean,
It's effective.
I agree with you to a point, but the thing is, with the shows like that, they have different problems, but they're always presented in the same way.
Yeah.
So you're just watching the same thing, the same episode, just the names have changed.
Yep.
And
the faces.
yeah, and this, you know what this reminds me of? I'm not sure if you've seen the recent drama between Sniper Wolf and Jack's films.
Hey.
Like, for the people who don't know what Sniper Wolf does, is she reacts to shitty compilations, and her reaction is always the same.
Wow.
And
That's awesome.
oh my
guys.
god, bro! Or she just reads the caption and tries to present it as her own reaction. Like, no, that's not what you do. But those videos gather millions of views. Every single video has at least 1 million views. And people who are actually creative, they suffer. And to me, that's a problem. Because we allow them to be like that. We watch them, we give them money, so they can continue feeding the same bullshit over and over again. And it just pisses me off. Because maybe Dr. Phil is a great guy. I've never met him. But he's a shit fucking host. He's shit at his job.
No. I said he's good at his job.
As an entertainer.
Exactly.
Not as a doctor.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like as a doctor, he's horrible. But as an entertainer, premium. Premium quality.
I just wanted to vent about those people. I'm done. I could go on for.
Have fun.
I just got out of my system.
Fair.
Do you have anything else to add?
No, I'm good.
Then let us know what you think about those shitty ass shows. What do you think of Sniper Wolf if you watch her?
Jackson.
And as always, we'll see you next time. Peace.